Your Docker image is 1.2 gigabytes. Your seniors is 14 megabytes. Same app, same code, same result. The difference is 10 Docker tricks that separate people who use Docker from people who actually understand it. In the next 8 minutes, I'm giving you all 10. And by the end, your images will build faster, ship smaller, and stop leaking secrets. Save this one. 10 tricks. Everyone built into Docker. No paid tools, no extensions, no plugins. Just the CLI and the Docker file you already have. Use the way senior engineers actually use them. Let's go. Number 1, multi-stage builds. The move that shrinks your image by 90%. Most Docker files do this. Start from node, copy the source, npm install, npm run build, done. Ship it. That image is 1 gigabyte because it contains node modules, source maps, dev dependencies, and the entire build toolchain, none of which your production server needs. The fix is one keyword, AS. From node as builder, do the install and the build here. Then from Unix Alpine, copy only the dist folder from builder. Everything else gets discarded. Same output, 90% smaller image, faster deploys, smaller attack surface. If your Docker file has one from, you're leaving hundreds of megabytes on the table. Number 2, BuildKit cache mounts. Rebuild your image without re-downloading the internet. Every time you change a source file, Docker invalidates every layer after it, including npm install. So you sit there for 2 minutes downloading the same 300 packages you had 5 seconds ago. The fix, run dash mount equals type equals cache, target equals /root/.npm, npm ci. That cache mount persists across builds. The node modules cache lives on your disk, not in the image. And every rebuild uses it. Works for npm, pip, cargo, go modules, apt. Anything that has a package cache. 10-second rebuilds instead of 2 minutes. This alone justifies BuildKit. Number 3, dockerignore. The file most devs forget exists. The one that quietly makes every build twice as fast. When you run Docker build, Docker sends your entire project directory to the daemon as build context. That includes node modules, .git, .next, coverage reports, log files, hundreds of megabytes of stuff that has nothing to do with your image. Create a file called dockerignore in your project root. Add node modules, .git, .env, dist, coverage, star.log. Docker skips all of it. Your build context drops from 400 megabytes to 2. Builds start instantly. Secrets in .env never accidentally get baked into an image. 10 lines of config, permanent speedup. Number 4, Distroless and Scratch base images. When Alpine is still too big. Alpine is small, about 5 megabytes, but it still has a shell, a package manager, and dozens of binaries an attacker could pivot through. Google's Distroless images strip all of that out. From gcr.io/distroless/node.js, you get node and nothing else. No shell, no apt, no curl. If someone exploits your app, there's literally nothing for them to run. For compiled binaries like Go or Rust, go further, from scratch. 0 bytes of base image, just your binary. A 2 megabyte production container with an attack surface of 1 file. This is how the pros ship. Number 5, health check. The one line that tells your orchestrator when your app is actually ready. Your container starts. Kubernetes marks it running. Traffic pours in, but your app is still connecting to the database. Every request fails for the first 15 seconds. The fix goes in the Docker file. Health check dash interval equals 30 seconds. Dash timeout equals 3 seconds. cmd curl -f localhost/health or exit 1. Now Docker PS shows the container as healthy or unhealthy. Compose waits for healthy before starting dependent services. Kubernetes routes traffic only to healthy pods. No more zero downtime deploys that ship 5 seconds of 500s. Number 6, Docker compose profiles. Run different service sets from the same file. Your compose file has 12 services: app, database, Redis, worker, monitoring, Mailhog, Elasticsearch, Kibana. In dev, you need 3 of them. In staging, you need 8. Most teams maintain 3 separate compose files that slowly drift apart. Don't. Add profiles : then a list to each service. Profiles : minus monitoring. Now Docker Compose Up starts only the default services. Docker Compose dash profile. Monitoring Up starts the monitoring stack too. 1 compose file, every environment, 0 duplication. Number 7, Docker Compose Watch, hot reload for containers without volume mounts. The old way: mount your source code as a volume, hope the file watcher inside the container fires, cross your fingers on Windows and Mac. It kind of works until it doesn't. The new way: Docker Compose Watch. In your compose file, add a develop section, then a watch, with actions like sync and rebuild. When you save a source file, Docker syncs it into the running container instantly. When you change package.json, it rebuilds automatically. No volumes, no polling, no weird Mac slowness. This is what Compose should have shipped 5 years ago. Number 8, BuildKit secrets. Stop baking passwords into image layers. You need a private token to pull a private NPM package. Junior move, ARG NPM token, then run NPM CI. Now that token is in your image forever. Anyone who pulls the image and runs Docker history sees it. The fix: run dash mount equals type equals secret, ID equals NPM token, cat/run/secret/ NPM token, then NPM CI. Pass it in at build time with dash secret ID equals NPM token, source equals .env. The secret is mounted only during that run, never written to any layer, never in the final image. Same for SSH keys, AWS credentials, anything sensitive. Number 9, Docker system prune AF volumes, the one command that gives you 50 gigabytes back. Docker never cleans up after itself. Every build leaves dangling layers. Every stop container keeps its file system. Every unused volume sits on disk forever. 2 months in, your Mac is complaining about disk space, and you have no idea why. Run Docker system prune AF volumes. -A removes all unused images, not just dangling ones. -F skips the confirmation. -volumes wipes unused volumes too. 50 gigabytes back in 10 seconds. Run it weekly. Your laptop will thank you. Number 10, Docker inspect pipe through JQ, the debugging move that turns Docker from a black box into glass. Your container is misbehaving. You need to know: what network is it on? What environment variables did it actually get? What's the restart policy? What ports are mapped? When did it last start? Docker inspect container name dumps a giant JSON blob with all of it. Pipe it through JQ to grab exactly what you need. Docker inspect app pipe JQ open bracket 0 close bracket network settings networks or .config.env or .state. Everything Docker knows about that container filtered to the field you care about. This is how senior engineers debug in production without SSHing into anything. 10 tricks. Everyone already inside the Docker you have. The gap between a senior engineer and everyone else isn't knowing more tools. It's using the tool they already have completely. Multi-stage builds, cache mounts, Distroless bases, health checks, secrets that don't leak. Drop these into your next Docker file and watch your images shrink, your builds speed up, and your production get quieter. If this leveled you up, follow for more dev workflows that actually move the needle. Drop the word Docker in the comments if you want a part 2. Kubernetes patterns, image scanning, and the deploy tricks seniors use to sleep through on call. See you in the next one.